global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. It's no longer news that Governor Fubara has been reinstated and is also back in Rivers State. And he also explained, literally what happened. For some of us who didn't see the first video we uploaded, it was actually clear that Governor Fubara was not in the country, but was actually in talks with Edison Ehie, the city minister, had to stop over at Abuja. And he was actually with his chief of staff, Edison Ehie. And that's also food for another thought. But we'd like you to watch a video of his address to the people of Rivers State. Don't forget that they were with him, or rather, they were waiting for him in the government house all throughout yesterday. And he didn't come. Of course, you would have to understand why. I just explained why. And then again, some of them, most of them, if not all of them, decided to wait for him at the airport, of which, of course, when he landed, he didn't believe what his eyes saw. Of course, they also briefed him on what transpired yesterday at the government house. But then again, let me allow you watch the video, see the moment, see what he told the people of Rivers State. We'll come back for more on another issue that is quite troubling for all Riverians who have been following this pace to pace, step by step.
I know everyone wants to hear something from me. In fact, you expected it when I landed from the aircraft. Let me first of all appreciate the wonderful people of Rivers State. I am really humbled by what I saw at the airport. I was also briefed with some photographs of what happened here yesterday. That reception really humbled me. It showed love, confidence, and solidarity. I want to say that it is not just the celebration, the massive reception by the number of people who came out to celebrate, but a display or reaffirmation of the bond between this government and the people that we are serving. I want to assure you that we will, by the grace of God, continue to do those things that has made you people love us. I want to appreciate everyone and to say that we love you. We are going to address the states officially by 6 p.m. this evening, and in that state broadcast, every other person, every personality, every authority that gives support to this normalcy will be properly recognized. Thank you.
Welcome back. You've heard what he said. He said he was humbled. Honestly, Governor Fubara, you just won my heart now. Thank God you didn't go that route of saying who asked you, because I would have been very disappointed. These guys were at the streets of Rivers State. They gave you mammoth choking love. In fact, the wike camp were mocking them because they quote and unquote, they said their Messiah kept them hanging, threw them under the bus, and it was nowhere to be found. It didn't deter them. They even responded back in your defense, even though you were not there, by saying that they were not interested if you even addressed them or not. All they wanted to see you return back. They want to escort you back to government house. They also didn't stop there. They say it's not also all about the mobilization money, because they came on their free will. You didn't mobilize them. You don't even know about their welfare. All of them came all the way from 23 local government on their own. This kind of crowd did not even come out for elections. And all of that is to show you love. And honestly, this speech you just gave is heartwarming. And it clearly shows that their love was not misplaced. I just hope that the powers that be will allow you to just rule properly. And now that brings us to the next question that has been bothering most Nigerians, including myself. Edison Ehie. They call him the king of the youths. He has been one of those backbones, those pillars of Fubara. And for a long while, they've been dragging him front, back, and center. He has been very quiet. Himself, Edison Ehie, and Obiopo chairman, former Obiopo chairman, that's Ambassador Chijioke Ihonu. Those guys have been top-notch when it comes to Fubara. And I also noticed, if you have also noticed with me, that the person of Okojombo, who happened to be who was the factional speaker during the reign of Fubara, was not with Martin Semohele during the last plenary they held yesterday. And the Wike's camp mentioned that instead of him to be at the plenary, since everything had been resolved, so every lawmaker in Rivers State who were elected ought to go back, as one body. Of course, Edison had officially resigned, so he isn't really a lawmaker anymore. He is now the chief of staff, so you would excuse him if he doesn't return back because he has officially resigned. But Okojombo is a lawmaker, and instead of joining instead of joining Rivers State House of Assembly, he was on the street showing solidarity and love for Fubara. And judging the fact that there have been a lot of rumors going on social media, that where would they place Edison Ehie? Edison Ehie is one of those persons who strongly stood with Fubara, who challenged the powers that be, and who wanted Fubara to rule freely. And from feelers we heard here and there, inside sources, they said that whatever agreement that was signed between Fubara and Yesomike, allegedly so, there were a lot of names that were to be dropped, a lot of names that were to be infused. But a lot of Nigerians, including my humble self, was wondering, where will Edison Ehie be placed? Because he is one of the backbones, and he has been quiet all through all this time, but he also made sure he obeyed the laws or the rules or the instructions given to him by Fubara without also hurting his followership. He also ensured that he kept the boys together. That was why they called him the king of youth. He ensured that each one of them that is having any program, be it a burial of a loved one, be it if they are bereaved for condolences, be it a child naming, child dedication, housewarming, he was there live with other members of the assembly, with other members of the Fubara support group. They were always meeting together, supporting themselves. Those who had financial need, they were around themselves. So you could say that he was keeping the support base for Fubara strong, even when Fubara was silent. So a lot of persons know that is the backbone of Fubara. But most Nigerians are wondering, will his name make Fubara's team? I think a lot of things have been addressed. The fact that Edison Ehie was with him when he was coming, that speaks a volume. It clearly means that Edison Ehie is back with Fubara, and whatever it is, I do not know if he will still maintain as the chief of staff, but I do know one thing for sure: he will be in Fubara's team. He will be in Fubara's government. But we await his final broadcast, because he said he's definitely going to, have a live broadcast by 6 p.m. So keep it with us. We're going to give you full details of how it all went by. I know that Nigerians are angling to hear how it went by, all those stories we hear. I hope he will give us full gist on it, but I just believe he's going to go very formal, very professional, thanking those who did background checks on him. But I just know that I hope and pray that we'll get to see the old Fubara. That would be wishful thinking, but I pray it eventually comes to pass. Let's go wrap it up. Let's meet in that conversation. What's your take?